If you clicked on this video today, you aren't at a place where you're feeling lazy. You aren't at a place where you're just feeling burnt out. You're at a place where you're feeling paralyzed. You've been feeling a pull, a calling to move into the next season of your life, but you're stuck in place. You're stagnant, and if we're being completely honest, you're terrified of what's coming next. We live in a culture that treats comfort as the ultimate virtue, the victory. We prioritize our safety, our mental peace, and our status quo above everything else. But I'm here to tell you today that your pursuit of comfort has actually become an idol in itself, and it's quietly killing your calling. You know that God is calling you to something more than what you are working on right now or what you have in front of you in this very moment. Yet the idea of it is still terrifying. It keeps you frozen in place. You don't know what to expect when everything is so set in stone and perfect, and it seems like God has already worked everything out. And yet all of a sudden, you felt this calling, you felt this tap on your shoulder, telling you to go to a place where you might not be welcomed, where the message of the gospel may mark you as an outsider, where doing something, leaning into a specific skill, may force you to confront the reality that you aren't inherently good at everything you do in your life. In the parable of the talents, the servant who buried his talent didn't do it because he was evil. No, he did it because he was afraid. He says to his master, "I knew you to be a hard man, so I was afraid." The servant is viewing the master through a distorted lens. He thought God was a harsh taskmaster, so he chose self-preservation, comfort. When you view God as anything less than a loving father, you will always choose the ground over the mission. You bury your gift because you don't trust the one who gave it to you, and you think that you'll be punished for not doing his will to the standard that you believe he's calling you to achieve it in. You're trading your purpose for a false sense of security in this moment. The early church fathers called your condition acedia. They called it the noonday demon. It's not just boredom, it's a spiritual apathy that makes the work of God feel like a burden to you. It's the feeling that if you could just get away or change your circumstances or find more comfort, you'd finally be happy. But acedia is a trap. It's a refusal to engage with the uncomfortable, gritty work of the kingdom. You're avoiding your church, avoiding your community, and avoiding the call because it demands too much of you. You want a God who fits into your comfort zone, but the God of Scripture is a consuming fire. He isn't interested in your comfort, he's interested in your holiness, your closeness to him, no matter what circumstances it might put you in or force you to confront. So how do we break out of this fear of leaving the comfort? We need to look at the Hebrew concept of halakha, which means literally to walk. Faith isn't a feeling that you wait for. Faith is a movement. Abraham didn't get a map before he left Ur. He got a command. And when he went, not knowing where he was going, God didn't provide the path until he finally started walking. So stop waiting for the fear to go away, because it won't. The spirit of fear is not of God, it's of the enemy. And as we know, the enemy is not going to stop until we are completely away from God. So he's going to keep sending the spirit of fear after us to stop us, to keep us frozen in place, because all he needs to do to claim his victory is to stop followers of Christ from walking out the work of what it means to be a follower of Christ. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's obedience in the face of it. Your lamp only lights the next step, so stop looking for the whole staircase and just take the first step of obedience today. God's not going to call you into something that you're completely unprepared for. If he's calling you to something, he trusts you. He knows you can do something with what you're going to do when you step into this next scenario, even if it seems like too much, even if it seems uncertain, even if it seems like you'll be discouraged in it. God's not going to lead you somewhere to fail. God's not going to lead you to a place where nothing good can come out of you being there. He's going to make it work, regardless of what the situation or the circumstances that unfold are. I want to challenge you with one thing before we finish today. What is the one thing that you've been avoiding because it's uncomfortable? Maybe it's a conversation, a service role, or a shift in your career. Whatever it is, this is where your idol is hiding. Identify it, call it out. Even better, confront the spirit of fear that is holding you back. Rebuke it, tell it that it has no power over your life, and run back to God again. And once you've run back to Him and finally have Him at your side, then you can start walking once again.